Hello and welcome to Shifting Tones, the podcast with nerdy tones and shifting formats. I am your host, Steph, and today I am joined by the lovely Larissa.
Hello.
And the super cool Sam.
Yeah, I'll take it. Hey, everyone.
I was trying to do some alliteration with your guys' names today, so I was
clever.
trying to be a little clever, and all I could think of was super cool Sam, so I'm like, okay, that works. But yeah.
Super cool, Sam. Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Those are now your future nicknames. That's how you should always be referred by. No, I'm kidding. So today, I just want to mention before we get started, today I have something cool planned for us to do. But before we get started, I wanted to tell you guys that I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited because I have a bachelorette party coming up.
Ooh.
What?
And surprise, surprise, Larissa is going to be there.
Yeah. I will be there, and I'm definitely also excited for this.
That didn't sound excited. That sounded like, yeah, I guess I'll be there too.
I'm excited because I have no idea what's going to happen. So that's pretty cool because it's like nobody has told me a single thing. Like we had to rule out tattoos. That's the only thing I know about, but that's fine.
I know.
I can give you a breakdown of what I know in 3 words, Steph. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Peanut butter, flamingos, branding.
I don't...
I would not listen to him, but that would be an interesting theme for a bachelor party of some kind.
I don't really like flamingos in general.
That's what you're hooked on is the flamingo part, not the branding.
That's right. That totally went over my head.
Yeah, same. But I don't know, the flamingos are bright, they're pink, they stand out to me, and I don't like them because they're stinky. Have you ever smelled a flamingo? They're nasty.
No, I haven't.
Stinky Steffi doesn't like flamingos. Weird.
Shut up.
Interesting. No, but flamingos would make me think that you're going somewhere tropical. So that'd be a fun bachelorette party.
That's true. I guess that is kind of, a tropical bird in a way.
Right.
But they do smell. I
had no idea.
They do.
I've never smelled a flamingo.
No. When have you smelled a flamingo?
Yeah, I was going to say, can't say I've been in the opportunity to.
So down in Florida, when I went to visit my family, there was a botanical gardens, and the gardens actually had different bird exhibits.
Oh.
And so they had a little area, and it's just there's no cage or anything, but their wings are clipped so they can't fly.
Sure.
But it's a little sanctuary for them. But then there's just 30 of them in this one little pit, and they stink.
Oh, no.
And it was only flamingos. So I'm like, man, they do not smell good.
Just Tyson chickens, where they pack them all into 3,000 of them into the back of a semi truck and then ship them off.
Oh, I could not even imagine that smell.
No, I couldn't either. Oh, man. Yeah, I hope the flamingos have some more enclosure things that are a little bit better than just a giant pit for those poor guys down in Florida.
Well, there's water and stuff. Come on, some sand, but yeah, it's not just
maybe it's
just
for
a dirt hole in the ground.
Right, that's what I was imagining. So I was just like, well, maybe that's why they're stinky. They're all sad.
well, maybe it's for a flamingo-based metal show, so that they can already be in the pit and open it up.
Okay,
thrashing their
Mr.
necks back and forth.
Puns over here.
They don't call me Mr. Punderful for nothing.
Okay.
Mr. Punderful. All right. Can you give us a flamingo band name?
A flamingo band name?
Yeah, you brought it up. The Mosh Pit.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't have one. I have nothing.
You're letting us down, Mr. Punderful.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay, before we go any more further with the flamingo talk, what is up with you guys?
Right.
Oh, me?
Nothing?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing,
No,
I
I
see,
got
okay.
Stuff. Let's see. What is up with me? Me. It's all about me. What did I do this weekend? I honestly cannot remember what I did this weekend. And it was just a couple of days ago.
I know.
Did I do anything, Larissa?
We did a lot of stuff. We watched.
Yes, I remember now. Larissa, enough about you.
Okay.
I got to hang out with some old friends, which was really nice. People I haven't seen in a while, old friends from my childhood, grade school, and it was very nice catching up with them. Got some drinks, played some euchre, which is one of my favorite card games of all times, and just kind of chatted and caught back up, which was really nice. And then on Sunday, I watched some football and celebrated my father-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday, BDR. We love you. And got him his favorite drink of all time is Dr. Pepper.
It is.
And so by the time this episode comes out, it's not a spoiler because his birthday gift just arrived today. We got him a Dr. Pepper t-shirt.
We did.
Nice.
And a cup with his favorite football player on and favorite team. And then a Dr. Pepper mini fridge. It only holds like 6 cans, but figured it's perfect for like, if he just wants to put it in his office or just like
little
next to the
snack
couch.
And grab.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so that was my
nice.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my weekend was very similar to his, obviously, but I finished up my fall season for my shows, so that was nice. It was nice. A lot of them did events related to Halloween, and now that that's over, it's kind of sad because I love watching people and all their costumes and things, and so whenever I do my next show, it's going to be all full gear into Christmas, and it's a totally completely different vibe. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No love for Thanksgiving?
No one does anything really in November unless it's for Small Business Saturday. Like it literally goes from like October to like one day in November, and then it's Christmas.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are going to shift on over to our big exciting thing happening today on today's episode.
What is it?
What is it? So we did this a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago. We had a tier list of us ranking the Nintendo consoles. Well, yes. I decided that, let's go back and use a tier list again because we are going to rank Disney animated movies.
Ooh,
I'm excited.
I like it.
So
now,
we have it. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, real quick, we got a lot of positive feedback and also some angry feedback about our tier list for the Nintendo episode. Very controversial. A lot of people emailing us and texting us, letting us know that they weren't happy or that some of us had the right opinions and some of us didn't. So this will be interesting, I think.
Yes, so this one's going to be a little different from that episode because we're going to have more than one can go in S because there's so many that we're going to talk about. So we can kind of just do a general rating. We'll still have to kind of agree to certain movies, but, we all have to be willing because there's 3 of us. So we have S tier is the absolute highest. Next is A tier. Then it goes B, C kind of in the middle, D, and then F is our bottom. So it's the standard, tier list that you always see everywhere. Those are the ones that we have. S, A, B, C, D, and F. There we go. That's your ABCs today, everybody.
Thank you, teacher Steph.
So let's start. And we're going to I tried my best to put this list in order. So there's some things that are out of order, but I'm going to try my best.
Sure.
So what we are going to start off with is the first and one of the oldest ones that Disney has put out. It is Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, good lord, from 1937.
I was excited to rank Snow White and the Seven Doors.
Okay.
I've never seen that one.
That's fair. But no,
I want to hear the fan fiction on that.
Good lord. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937. Where do we want to rank this?
Ooh.
Thoughts,
so
opinions?
You know how I am very historical and context-based, which is why I wanted, in our previous ranking video, the NES to be listed higher on our tier rankings, and I feel like that's very similar to what's going on with the Snow White. I mean, it's the first feature film length of an animation. Like, that's just, like, groundbreaking for any sort of industry working in, like, the arts in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, it's just the like production of so much like proto films and animations beforehand, like in the culmination of it, and it still holds up today. So, it's incredible. And like a lot of it, even the Snow White, when if you know your anime history, this inspired a lot of anime, like for the birthplace of that as well. So not only was it a huge influence in Western culture, it was a huge influence in Eastern culture. So I want to give it like. Right? I know.
Larissa's got the history knowledge.
I do.
Is this a reverse harem?
What the hell?
I mean, you're not wrong. She doesn't pick any of them as their suitors, but,
This is also the first Disney princess.
That's true, too. so many like firsts and so much influence.
So where would you like to rank this, Larissa?
I would like to rank it at least an A, if not an S, just because.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
Personally, it's a good. I get it. I do. Personally, I'm like C. It's just It's not bad, but it's not
right.
I was gonna put it at C. Larissa, you did bring up some good points about how it like kind of set a lot of groundbreaking stuff for animation and everything. But overall, as a movie, I mean, I think that's what I'm ranking it on, not just like what it's done for society. As a movie, I'm just kind of meh with it. I mean, a lot of the older Disney movies, I'm kind of meh with because I didn't grow up with them, and a lot of them are pretty boring. I'll throw Snow White at a high C, a low B.
Wow.
So I don't know if you
I'm
guys
willing
want
to do B. I'm willing to do B.
Okay.
B?
Yeah, that's
B
fine.
for boring.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Snow White is in B officially. The next one we have is Fantasia. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that one. Fantasia is from 1940.
Is it really from 1940?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
I really enjoy Fantasia.
They did make a second one in 2000.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of then.
I think that's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, okay.
I enjoy Fantasia because when I went to Disney in high school with marching band, we got to see like the Fantasia light show that was on the water, and we did this whole spectacle, and it's cool, and it's fun and everything, and the hats and the brooms and everything coming to life. And the dragon, right? Is this one got the dragon?
I think so. The broom scene is like my favorite.
Right. I again, old Disney movie. I don't know. I haven't watched in a very long time. Again, I'm on the CB border.
I feel like C just because I think it's cool. I don't think I'll ever watch it until I have like kids of my own. Like honestly,
sure, no, that's fair. I will say that I really, really, really appreciate the surrealism in it, and like they went right from like Snow White to like this, and like you go from like your traditional like storyboard to something that's like almost completely off the walls. Like some people might think like were these artists on like drugs? So I do want to throw that out. And a lot of my artwork is inspired by surrealism, so yeah, I think C's fine though, because when I remember first watching it, I was terrified of it, and I still to this day can't really watch
All right,
it.
Fantasia. Fantasia is officially in C.
Yes.
Next movie we have is Pinocchio, which is also from 1940.
Pinocchio. I think Pinocchio is a fine movie. I enjoy it. I think it's a fun concept. And there's been a lot of adaptations and remakes and stories relating to the idea of Pinocchio. I think this is a great movie. I'm cool with this one being in B, but I'll hear what you guys have to say.
I haven't seen it since I was little, and I don't think I cared for it even as a kid. So for me, I'm like, it's kind of like, I have no desire to watch it. I feel like for me, it's like C or D, because I'm just like,
That's
right.
fair.
No, and I was going to say that too, is like when I was flipping through the channels, like during the cable era, Pinocchio always seemed to be on, so there was many opportunities to actually fully watch this movie from beginning to end. I never have watched that movie from beginning to end because it's so boring.
Right.
So to me, it's like an F tier movie, because if I can't get through it
Wow.
at all,
That's
not
fair.
even once, right.
Which one did you say, Sam?
I was saying B.
Okay.
I like a low B. I mean, I'm not, like I said, it's not like blows my mind. I love this movie, but
What about like a C or a D? How do we feel about that? I know Larissa's never finished it, which is
No.
crazy.
I don't think it's quite D tier.
Okay.
Okay.
We can put it in C. Is that fine with you, Larissa?
Yeah,
Do you agree?
that's
Okay.
fine.
So Pinocchio is officially in the C tier.
I think
Next-
once we hit that Disney Renaissance period,
Right.
Yeah.
where we start getting into like the more popular ones, I think that's where the controversial opinions are going to come in.
That's
But
fair.
These are all like, yeah, it's whatever.
So our
Pinocchio.
next one is Dumbo from 1941. This one, for me personally, there was something about this movie that scared me as a kid. I think it was like the
Agreed.
scene where it was like he was outside the circus sad, and I just remember him being in like some sort of like bucket of water, and he like inhaled a bubble and was like drunk or something, and like it scared me. I don't know. That's all I remember from this movie, and I would say F, because it just, I don't know. I don't like this
Right.
movie.
I was going to throw Dumbo in D tier. D for Dumbo.
D for Dumbo.
The alliteration has got nice.
I've watched it once, didn't care for it. I know it's cute, I know people like it, but it's just I have no desire to go back and watch it. So
Okay, so we have a D and an F. Larissa, thoughts?
Yeah, so just like Pinocchio, I've also had multiple opportunities to watch this from beginning to end, and I still have never done it. So I'm fine with an F.
All right, what do we think? 2 Fs and a D? Do we say F?
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Our first
Yeah.
F tier, Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Yeah, it's
All
not
right,
that
F
good.
tier.
Maybe if you didn't have so many racist crows in your movie.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, that's true. Oh my God, I forgot about those.
Yeah, I did not even associate that because, well, I've never actually finished it, so.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, next movie on our list is Bambi from 1942, which I didn't realize was
Man.
that old, but yes.
No.
42.
I will say from the Disney like classics before the Renaissance era, this is probably their best film. Like I watched this constantly as a child, and the amount of like that's when you start to learn like, oh, this is what real storytelling is like when like spoiler alert, Bambi's mother dies. And you're
Okay.
like, oh my God.
Spoiler alert from the 1942.
Just in case you haven't quite got there yet. It's been
Good
out for a
Lord.
little bit.
That's funny.
Oh man. So I want to put it at A tier just because for all those cottagecore girlies too, and I am one of them, the aesthetic, the woodland, the animals, it's got a lot of heart.
Oh, I barely remember this movie other than his mom got shot, and that's
Oh,
like all I
no.
remember.
I'll be
'Cause
honest.
I think it traumatized me.
I mean, that's
I'm
fair.
on the same page as stuff. I don't know the importance or what happens in this. Does Bambi grow up?
Like, I don't know. I don't know the
Yeah.
story of Larissa's like the plot. They started developing plot,
It's
like,
so
and I'm like,
great.
I don't know what the plot was.
There's a skunk and a bunny and a
Yeah.
deer, right?
They're so cute.
And a
No,
butterfly.
it's about childhood and the loss of innocence and going into adulthood.
Oh, what are we? Were we watching the same movie?
I'm cool with putting this one at D.
No, at least a C, guys.
Okay,
At
we
least
can
a
do
C.
C.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Bambi's in a C. I'm with you, Sam. I'm like, I don't remember this movie.
Man,
Like,
you guys need
I
to
mean, like, I've
revisit
seen it
it.
too. I've watched it before, at least twice. And
Oh, no.
I
Yeah.
mean, I literally can't think of anything else important that happens in that movie
That's
besides
so rude.
Bambi's mom getting shot.
No.
Yeah, same. Okay, so the next one on our list is going to be Cinderella, and that was released in 1950.
Wow. It's a classic Disney princess movie. Like, if you think of Disney princess, this is the movie you think of, but I don't know. The more older I get, the more I'm like, this is boring. And the stepmother, although I appreciate a really sinister villain, she is the villainess that gives me the most creeps. So I'm fine with this being a C.
That's
as well.
crazy. I love this movie. I know, that's
Really?
crazy. I do. I think this is like, it's just such a classic. I feel like this is one
True.
of Disney's most iconic movies.
Absolutely.
As like even just older, like people know Snow White, but I feel like people like Cinderella more than Snow White. And that's
No,
just
that's
how
fair.
I feel. I think the animation is also super good. And it's just, I don't know. I just really like it. And I actually have recently watched this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I like it that much. I would say A. That was where I would put it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm cool with B. Like, I do know it's an important Disney princess movie. Like Larissa said, when people think Disney princess, they think Cinderella. Like, most times, obviously, probably kids today think of Elsa
Sure.
from Frozen. But I think this kind of set the tone for Elsa. This set the tone for modern Disney princesses.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with being in the B to A category. I don't know. I've watched it like once or twice only.
Sure.
Where did... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But I don't know. It's fine. I think it's a fine movie.
Larissa, where did you say you had it initially?
I had it C, but
we can meet in the middle. We can do a B. That works
Okay.
for me. I'll do that. So Cinderella
B
will
for
officially
Binderella.
B for
Binderella.
Binderella. All right. The next one on our list is Alice in Wonderland, which was released a year later, 1951.
Wow.
Now
would've
that's a
thought-
movie that has like creativity in it and fun like theatrics and stuff like that, fun color schemes. Like these are the people that were definitely on drugs because
Oh, yeah.
half the characters in the movie are on drugs.
Right.
I think it's
Isn't
the
it,
most
like-
fun movie we've had so far.
It's like an acid trip, this movie.
For sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Is it a good movie?
No.
It's okay. I actually enjoy the Tim Burton one that came out back in like 2000 whatever.
Controversial.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was fine. I mean, I think that was a fun movie, but overall, like, I don't know. This is This is an A movie for me.
Okay.
See, I would say C. I don't have no desire to really watch it, but it is fun when you do watch it because you're like, oh yeah, these animators are on something. And it is a feast for the eyes in that aspect, but I'm kind of like B or C.
Fun fact, I've also not finished this movie from beginning to end. I've always fallen asleep or like I get like some unsettling feelings and I'm just like,
we're done.
I'll just let the sleep take me.
I feel like we should have swapped Larissa out for a Disney aficionado on this one.
Right. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen all the important parts, but like in one sitting it all together, I mean, that just tells you something there. If I can't do it, and I'm such an appreciator of art, and I can't sit through it. I don't know.
So where do we think?
I'm fine with C.
Do we want to do C?
I said A. What did you say? Oh, you guys both said C.
I said C, so
all right, fine.
B?
Throw it in C, whatever. Throw it in C.
C is fine? Okay, Alice in Wonderland is in C. All right, next
Don't
up
come
on
at
our
me
list.
In the comments. Come at them.
I know, we got a lot in C right now. All right, next one on our list is Peter Pan, which was released 1953.
Wow.
Peter Pan, I mean, there have been many adaptations of Peter Pan over the years. My favorite being Hook with Robin Williams. I think that's a perfect adaptation of the movie. I think it's the most fun. As far as this original goes, it's a very whimsical, like, this is kind of like what I think of when I think of Disney, like, going off to this far-off country and, you know, enjoying childhood and, like, all the fun things that come with it. And sometimes there's, like, spooky things that you have to deal with, and, you know, kids don't want to grow up because then you have to start paying bills and taxes and crap.
Right.
I'm cool with a B or an A on Peter Pan.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Just because, well, also though too, the it's like the kids were also like escaping like war was the idea, you know, and they went off to this Netherland where they could just be kids and not have to deal with World War II,
right?
Which is kind of crazy, yeah. So I do like the concept of that, where it's like, hey, let them be kids despite this horrible thing happening.
No, for sure. So where would you rank it, Steph?
I think B. It's a fun movie. Okay. It's unique,
Absolutely. And
do we agree with that?
Yeah, no, I will agree.
What do you think? You agree?
I was just gonna say, despite how much I enjoyed this story, I don't think I've actually finished Disney's version of it all the way from beginning to end again. I know. I'm really calling myself out here.
Womp womp.
I don't know. I do like it a lot. I do think I prefer the theater version of it because it's a lot more interactive and the pacing is a lot better, I think. But I'm fine with putting it in B because Peter Pan's great.
Now,
I think that, Sam?
Yes, I think moving forward, and maybe we should have done this on the other ones, anything Larissa has not finished should be weighed at 0.5%.
Right. I was going to say
50% compared to everything else.
No, I was just about to say take a shot. Like,
right.
Yeah, fans, if you're listening, every time Larissa says, I've only seen half of this movie, take a shot.
To be fair, going forward, I have seen all of these mostly from beginning to end.
Mostly, so there's still some shots that can be taken.
Exactly.
All right,
if you're not trashed already.
Next on the list is Lady and the Tramp, which came out in 1955.
What a classic. Oh my goodness. And fun fact for you guys, my childhood dog, my mother, was like, oh my god, I love this movie so much. We're going to name our dog Lady. So I've watched this movie so many times just because my mother has loved this movie dearly. And so, I mean, I have to give it at least a B. But I do know if I think back to it, the story's a little rough. But I do like the idea of like sneaking in some like class sort of like dynamics into a children's like literature, like real sneakily being like, hey guys, just because you might be rich, it's okay to hang out with the poors.
This is a D for me.
Really? I was gonna say D too.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's a D. Listen, I'm sorry.
Listen, the only thing that I remember about this movie, again, watch it all the way through, unlike some people,
is it the cats?
I have watched it all the way through.
It's them eating spaghetti. Like, nothing else happens in this movie.
Oh, I remember the racist cat song in it.
Yeah, that will have to put it down quite a bit. I forgot about that one.
I mean, no, Larissa's right, though. Like, a lot of these older Disney movies do have, like, a lot of deep underlying plots, like you were talking about with Peter Pan being, kids escaping World War II, and this being a division of class movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they're very important stories being told. Are they being told in the best way possible? Probably not, but It is a Disney animated movie made for children with adult undertones. But for that, it's a D.
Are you fine with that, Larissa? Because I'm putting it in D.
Fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to give some support out there to one of my mom's favorite Disney movies.
Well,
I mean, my childhood dog was named after her.
F in the chat for Lady.
Yeah.
All right,
rest
Lady
in
and the
peace,
Tramp
Lady.
is in D tier. Our next next one on the list is Sleeping Beauty from 1959. This, for me, S tier. I'm sorry. I'll say it. I know, that's
Really?
crazy. I love this movie.
Wow.
I do. I adore this one.
Wow. So I have seen this all the way through, fun fact. But and it is also my mom's favorite Disney princess movie. Like, she loves Aurora. And fun fact for you out there, before the modern retellings of these princesses, like post Elsa, the prince was the first one to actually have a name.
Yeah.
All the other ones were just Prince something.
That's true.
What's his name in this? It's not. I thought this guy was Prince Charming, or is that
No, that's Cinderella.
No.
Oh, what's this dude's name?
Forget. It's like Andrew or something.
No. Oh my God.
Andrew the Prince.
No, it's
but
something. I can't think of it.
Philip. It's Prince Philip.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's it. Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love this one. I'm sorry. To me, it's an S tier, 100%. I love the animation.
Really?
I love the
It is
song.
beautiful.
I love just that it's so. I don't know. The story's unique. I love how the dragon was animated and the thorns. Like, it was so eerie, but good. Ugh, I love it.
I'm so sorry, Steph.
I know.
What's Larissa
I
saying?
know.
What's Larissa saying on this?
It doesn't really do anything for me as a
know.
Disney princess movie. I get where you're coming from, and I totally understand why people would love this one. It's a C for me.
Okay, Sam, what do you think?
Yeah.
I'll say B. I'll say that we can keep it in the middle at B.
We'll do that. We'll put it in B.
Because again, it is another Disney princess that
movie. Yeah,
people
yeah.
like a lot. But to me, when I think of Sleeping Beauty, I don't remember anything about her. I remember what's her name, Maleficent.
Yeah,
and I
she's
remember
great.
the dragon and Prince Philip and everything. To me, she seems like such an unimportant part of the story, which is weird because the movie's named after her. But I don't remember does she do anything?
She does sleep for a lot of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. So our next one, we're just going to move on. But we have that one in B. The next one we have is 101 Dalmatians from 1961.
The soundtrack for this, I just listened to it not that long ago. So jazzy and fun. Oh my goodness. And the art style for it, where it's just a little imperfect, but it's still got emotion and depth to it. Just for that, I want to give that movie a B. I've also watched it a million times as a kid because my sister was obsessed with dogs growing up. That movie and All Dogs Go to Heaven were constantly on rotation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I love this one as a kid. Have not seen it since a kid, but I do remember a lot about it. I would say A. I think it was a solid story,
I was going to say A actually too, because first of all, it's about dogs. Who doesn't love dogs?
Exactly.
Second of all, it's about this lady who's trying to make dog coats. What a wild concept.
Yeah.
This lady's willing to skin dogs to make coats? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not only that, but pets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people's pets, not just wild dogs like wolves or something.
So we can put that in A tier. That's our first A. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at us.
They're so cute.
Look at how many people already hate us.
I know.
The next one we have is The Sword in the Stone from 1963.
All right, guys, you can take a shot. I have not actually seen this one.
Really, I love this one.
I love this movie too. This is a great movie.
This is such a good one. It's so fun. It's colorful. It's such a fun little story and a fun take on Arthur and the Round Table. Right? Am I thinking right? Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's super
Excalibur.
cool. Yeah. So, what do you think, Sam? I'm fine with this being either B or A.
Yeah. I think it's a very fun movie. I don't think it's definitely deserving an S tier spot.
No.
But it is a fun adaptation and storytelling of King Arthur and the Sword and the Stone, which is again being retold numerous times throughout history. I'm cool with this being a B or an A, so I'll let you make the final
Let's do a
call.
B. We'll put him in B. All right, next on the list then is The Jungle Book from 1967.
S.
Really?
Yes, really.
I love Jungle Book. Jungle Book is so fun. All the songs are really great. The characters are fun. It's memorable. To me, when I think of old Disney movies, where I started watching them and started really enjoying them was Jungle Book.
Interesting.
Holy shit!
So-
I was not thinking that.
No, me either.
I was
mean,
thinking like D.
right, that's what I was
Wow,
thinking
really?
too.
What?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, the soundtrack, I was gonna give it like extra bonus points for that, but other than that, like, what's
I
going
did
on really
not
in that
care.
story?
It scared me as a kid, so it kind of turned me away from the movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something
I can't
about
let it be
it.
at D. I can't
No,
let that happen.
that's fair. I'm fine with like B or C to meet in the
C,
middle.
C's fine for me. Yeah, very average.
Sam?
Oh boy. All right, we can put it at S. I guess that's fine.
Stop.
Okay, listen, I'm willing to put it in B. If
fair.
Larissa is.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's got a
Yeah.
really stellar
It's in
soundtrack.
between. It's in between D and S. B.
That's fair.
Okay, we'll put it
Let's
in
go.
B. Something about it made me scared as a kid, so I did not want to watch it ever again.
Yeah.
Could be all
Alright.
the wild animals that are trying to
Probably,
kill
honestly.
the child. You know.
Probably. The next one on the list is the Aristocats from 1970.
I don't know if I've ever seen this movie all
That's
the way
crazy.
through. Actually, I know.
This
I
is
know.
an S
Really?
tier.
I
This
know.
is
I'm
an
pulling
S
out Larissa.
tier.
Wow. No, I've seen this movie a lot of times, but I don't know if I would give it an S tier.
Okay, what would you say then?
I don't know. I mean, it's cute and all, and I love cats. Don't get me wrong, but I don't remember the plot for this one very much.
That's crazy. A.
Is it the same
because
plot?
like the dogs.
Is it the same plot as Lady and the Tramp, or
No,
like
absolutely
a
not.
stray meets
well,
a fancy cat?
yeah, actually, kind of. Yes, actually.
Yeah, it is the same. I think
No,
Lady and the Tramp did it better
well,
too.
No.
Wait, where do we have
Yeah.
Lady and the Tramp on this list? Where do we have that D category?
No, come on, the jazz cats, the jazz.
They're cute. Don't get me
No,
wrong.
but like honestly, the cat didn't. It's not like they're in loving homes. Literally, remember the butler like kidnapped the fancy cat and her children and dumped them in the streets of a barn. Sorry, in the streets. They dumped her in a
Right.
barn, and she met a barn cat who willingly went and like tried to deliver her back to Paris, like downtown Paris.
Hey,
Like,
Right.
Steph,
What?
I got some
Sorry.
bad news for you.
What?
Guess what movie also has racist cats in it?
This one.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
There's literally
Yeah.
a cat that plays keyboard with chopsticks.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. We're
D for racism.
fine. I'll put it in D, but I'm not happy about that. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next on our list is Robin Hood from 1973.
Oh man, I
Oh.
didn't actually watch this as a child, like a little child. Like the first time I watched it, I was like a preteen, if not a teenager, and so I was actually able to fully like enjoy the storyline and everything. So I want to give this one an A.
S, yeah,
I
S
don't
tier.
think I've ever seen it all the way through.
Oh my
so I
god,
have no
it's
opinion.
it's so fun.
It's really good.
I'll let
It's
you guys
funny.
decide.
It's cool. I think this is where, like, unfortunately, I think this is where furries were born.
Yep. A lot of furry awakenings happened here.
Which is unfortunate, which kind of makes me want to put it F tier, but
No,
it's such a good
no,
movie. It's
it
so
is.
Okay,
fun.
so you
really
guys said
good.
between S and A. What's your
Yeah,
I
I'll
final?
want
put
to
it-
give it an S.
I'll put it A.
A?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do Robin
I don't
Hood
think
at
we've
A.
hit an S yet. I can see
No.
S's on this list, and we haven't
No,
hit those yet.
absolutely.
All right, next on our list is The Rescuers from 1977.
Is this the rat one? The one with the rats?
They're mice.
They're mice. And the bird.
They're not rats. They're not rats.
No, they're not
they're
rats.
mice.
I've
I
never
have-
seen this movie.
I've seen it bits and pieces all together. Again, this is one of the ones I fell asleep through all the time, but I don't
Take
get
a
me
shot.
wrong. I know. I love the concept of this movie, though. It's like literally like Thumbelina-esque.
I don't
where, like,
remember
they're-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but other than that, like I love the proportions of like, oh my goodness, you get to see flowers as if they're like, I don't know, towering over you. I think that's cool. but other than
So
that,
D or
I-
F?
I'm okay with D because I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm looking through the pictures of this, and literally every shot, like on Google, is just these two mice in
Yeah.
like a boat, and there's nothing else happening in this whole
All
movie.
right,
Yeah.
we'll put it in D. That's official now. Then,
And see, this is the
go
thing is
ahead.
like real quick before we continue. Like, I know once we start getting to like the 80s and 90s
Mm-hmm.
animated movies, where like this like new age of Disney hit is like the movies that I know we're gonna have ranked higher, probably because we grew up with them and we watched them a lot.
Sure.
But it makes me question, and I guess this is for our listeners, like, are we being harsh on these movies because we haven't seen them in a while and we haven't given them a lot of rewatchability because we didn't grow up with them, or are they really C, D, F movies? Or is like Dumbo, where we have as F for some reason, the only F movie, like hold up the same as like The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and we're just not willing to admit it as far as like quality of content and the movie itself.
That's fair.
Or did the movies just get better? I don't know.
Wow,
so I
deep
mean,
dive with Sam.
Right.
yeah. So if you guys want to come to my TED Talk later this week,
All right, next on the list is The Fox and the Hound from 1981. Speaking of 80s, here we go. We're starting it. Fox and the Hound.
This is definitely at least an A for me. Oh my god, I love The Fox and the Hound, like with a passion. It's
Fox and the
so
Hound,
heartbreaking. This
super
is probably
cute movie.
Probably the first time I actually cried during a movie and like actually felt emotions. Like, oh man, Todd and I forget her name, the granny character, giving him up. It's so sad, and it's just like an allegory for like racism because they grew up together and then they weren't allowed to be together because other influences in their lives told them they weren't supposed to be friends, and it's just like, no, why can't Todd and the dog be friends?
I'm pretty
Grandma's
sure.
Widow Tweed.
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
that I blocked this movie out of my memory as a kid because I
That's
think
fair.
the emotions were so intense. I kind of like blocked that. It just, I don't know. I don't remember much of it except for like there was a hunter chasing them or something. It was kind of
yeah.
traumatic for me, I think, as a kid.
It's
It was so
extremely
sad.
traumatic. It's a super
Yeah.
sad movie.
I love it though. Like again, Forest Girlies, I love it for the forest vibes.
Yep.
No, but this one, like, I've watched it multiple times, and even as an adult, and it's beautiful. Like, it holds up a lot. So I want to give it.
I
at
can't
least
say
an
much
A.
because
I
to
can
me,
put it in A.
Okay, we could put it in A. I just haven't seen it. I'd probably have to rewatch it to see because I haven't.
It's
like I
great.
said, I kind of just blocked it out of my head.
I think this film is the most like Ghibli like Disney film to ever have existed.
Interesting.
To be honest. Just the like story and how dark it is, that like it's not afraid to shy away from those sort of themes for like a kid. Does that
There's
make
a
sense?
future
Yeah.
tier list episode, Ghibli films.
All right. Ooh,
Yeah.
that is true. Okay. So the next one is The Great Mouse Detective of 1986.
Never seen it.
Never seen
Whoa,
this one
that's
either.
crazy.
No.
S tier for me. Okay.
No, F.
I can't give it an S because
no.
I haven't seen it.
It's-
I
that's
I've seen
crazy.
the cartoon, maybe like
No, that's
episodes here and there.
insane. I love this movie. Oh my god, I'm putting an A. I don't care. You guys haven't
Oh,
seen it.
hold
I'm
up,
putting
hold
an
up.
A.
Wait.
No, but I've seen it, so I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, I can't say anything about it. I really can't.
Fine,
So.
I'll put Basil.
Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb both give it a 70%, like
Okay,
7 out of
fine.
10.
I'll put it
so
in B.
that's fine.
That's fine. Okay, the next one on our list is The Brave Little Toaster, 1987.
S tier,
That's
baby.
crazy.
We
This-
just
I was
talked
like, you
about
guys,
this.
we literally just talked about that and how horrifying you guys
we
felt
did.
about it.
Literally, a cartoon episode that we were talking about our favorite cartoons. I said I blocked this one because it was so scary, and I almost refused to watch it ever again. Something about
Yeah,
that traumatized me as a kid.
I'm fine putting it in C just because I love the idea of animating inanimate objects. That's it.
I'm fine with having it higher. I'm gonna have no say in this because it's traumatizing to me.
I don't think I've actually watched it all the way through, too. though,
Okay, take a
either.
shot.
So,
Oh my gosh, Larissa, we're just gonna have a Disney like weekend where you just watch
I
the movies you haven't watched all the way
Yeah,
through.
that would be fun.
there's some of them are so boring, though. Like, the pacing, guys. You just gotta get a little bit better.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
Where do we want it?
I'll put it at C. I'm fine with C.
C? Okay, I'm fine with C too. All right, next on our list is The Little Mermaid from 1989.
Yes, the Disney Renaissance is finally here. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm a little upset real quick that we skipped
Why?
Oliver and Company. Because the scene where he's walking around with the sausages and he's got the sunglasses on, that's an S tier scene all on its own.
maybe we'll see about that. But The Little Mermaid, though, like, oh man, just the influence for the rest of like Disney's like animation from here on out, it changed the game for like everything, and it's so iconic. I personally don't care for the story too much, but I want to at least give it a B. So I don't know how you guys
Ooh,
feel.
I would say A. I think it's a good story, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I was
unique.
gonna say A. I mean, I think it's, story. I mean, I think I'm in between with you guys. Like, it's not a bad story, but like, it's not fantastic. Like, oh man, girl wants legs to be with boy.
Right.
Like,
Okay, I'll put it officially in A tier because I think that
That's fine.
kind of works out then.
Absolutely.
Next, then, on the list is going to be Beauty and the Beast from 1991. So we're finally in the 90s era.
Yeah, this one is a
Ooh.
tie for me for my Disney princess, and I'll let you know what my actual Disney princess is when she comes up. But oh my god, A tier if not S. All the songs so good. Gaston, like
Oh, yeah.
rewatching it now as an adult, it's just hilarious to me. Like it's so satisfying watching him like die at the end of it because you're just like all these guys in your life is like especially as a
Spoiler
wo-
alert.
right?
Okay.
I know. Spoiler. Like just being able to finally like shove that like patriotic like chauvinistic man down the like side of the castle. It fills something inside of me that makes me feel a little bit better.
I would say A. I'm fine with this being A. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would say this is S per se, but it's definitely, I don't think it's under like B and under.
No,
It's
no.
definitely
It's weird
good.
that we haven't had an S tier movie yet. I think Beauty and the Beast is definitely the closest we've had.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
some things considered,
I
but
mean, we've said some S's, personal S's.
right, but like one that we
Right.
can all agree
Agree,
on. Like
yeah.
I think this is the highest A we've had so
Yeah.
far.
A+.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll have it in A. The next one on the list, which maybe might be our S, we'll see, is Aladdin from 1992.
It is
Absolutely
really good.
S tier.
S tier for me.
Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie.
Is it? Okay.
Of all
I
time,
didn't know
Oh,
yes.
that.
that's right.
Larissa?
Yeah.
What do
I
you
was
think?
gonna say it's not an S tier for me, it's an A, but I'll let you guys
Yes,
put
okay.
it in
S tier.
That's
First
fine.
S, Aladdin. Yeah, dude, the story is so good. The songs, the story,
Robin
the
know.
Williams
concept.
as
Yeah.
the genie.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Oh, you know, what'd be fun to do in a very far off future episode is the Disney live action remakes.
Oh
of
no,
all these
absolutely
movies.
not. I don't even want to
God.
like pretend to like try and watch those. Like no, I watched Beauty and the Beast and I was like so disappointed.
No, we
I'm
watched
like, I
Lion
can
King
never-
together too. Remember?
Oh, that was awful too.
It
no.
was. Yeah, they're bad. I haven't watched the live action on Aladdin yet, but I have to assume it's bad also.
All right.
Yeah.
The next one on the list is The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993.
Oh, what a classic. I'm gonna give it an A just for the spooky vibes, and I love the vibes. Just for the vibes.
This
That's
is an S tier for me. This is like an amazing movie. Like it's all stop motion. Hello,
That's true too. That is quite incredible.
like from 1993. Like technology was like
Yeah.
yes, there was technology. Obviously, don't get me wrong,
Sure.
but like everything was like hand done. Like
Yeah.
so much of it was hand done, and it was just. It's a classic. Like you can have it
is.
for both Halloween and Christmas. Like
I
hello,
know.
I would
I
say
like
this.
S.
I like this movie a lot. My problem with it is the people who are obsessed with this movie. I'm sorry if that's you who's listening, but the people who make the Nightmare Before Christmas their entire personality, and they're like, I'm Jack and you're Sally and blah blah blah. Like, yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. I mean, So Steph said S, and what'd you say, Larissa?
I'm fine giving it an A.
Yeah, I'm okay with B.
Okay, we're gonna do A then. We'll do A for Nightmare Before Christmas. All right, next we will do The Lion King, 1994.
If we all don't agree that this is S tier, and again, this might be the nostalgia thing. However, when you really look at the movie and you watch it again and again and again, it holds up. Like it's something
No,
you
it
can
is.
go back to today, watch it, and be like, man, every song you can sing, the story, the characters, everything's like very engaging and fun. This is an S tier movie.
Yeah, very Shakespearean, and I think that's why it holds up so well, is that it's got that natural, like, Act 1, Act 2, rise and climax sort of a thing, so, yeah, I'm fine with this.
I'm fine with S too, though it's just not one of my favorites. Like I think
Sure.
it definitely holds up, like Sam was
No, I
saying,
agree.
and like it's good. But I don't think I've ever been like, I have to watch The Lion King again. Like
No.
I'm never like that, but it definitely is like a classic, especially in the '90s type one. So we could put Lion King in S. That'll be our official ranking of that one.
Okay.
Next
okay.
on the list is a Goofy movie from
Oh my goodness.
1995.
So silly.
Is there anything above S tier?
Yeah, I agree. This is S 100%. This
That's
movie's
fair.
so good. I'm pretty sure the last time I saw this, I cried within the first 10 minutes
Oh, no.
because Max was
it's-
being mean to his
yeah.
dad.
I know. It is
Spoiler.
heartbreaking.
Spoiler alert. Okay.
No, I think this movie is so fun. It's like it's such a unique movie too, because it's like interesting. Like it's a Disney movie. Obviously, it's about Goofy, one of the main characters of Disney,
It's
but
so modern.
You don't
feeling,
think
too.
about it when you think of like, oh, tell me about your favorite Disney movies. Like you're gonna have people say like Snow White and Lion King and Bambi and all that stuff, but you never hear Goofy movie.
Right? And like that's the thing too, where it's like Mickey Mouse is a classic, you know, and Goofy is from that Mickey Mouse like universe, like classic Disney stuff. And then but this is so different that you always forget, hey, this is like a Mickey Mouse character or like a Mickey Mouse side character. You know what I mean?
It's kind of weird when you think about it that like Mickey Mouse being the face of Disney, and like when you said to name a Disney character, everyone's gonna say Mickey Mouse. But yet, when's the last time we've had a Mickey Mouse mainstream movie?
True.
Right? Was it Fantasia?
Probably.
Maybe.
It's wild. I mean, there's been a lot of cartoon shows and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but not
cartoons of it, but not a movie.
Right.
Ooh, interesting.
Put that Bad Boy in S stuff. I see you floating around. Yep.
Larissa, S?
Yeah, no,
Perfect.
I'm fine with that.
All right, cool. I'm glad that we're all in agreement. Next movie is Pocahontas from 1995 as well.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to have some people mad at me. All right, I'll let you go first.
Oh, this is S tier for me.
I agree. I know it's problematic.
Yep, same.
And like it's not like historically accurate at all. But oh my god, I loved this movie. And Coquium.
Hold on. Let me ask you both a question.
Yes.
When is the last time you have sat down and watched this movie?
No, literally.
Less than 5 years ago.
Literally, I'm pretty sure
So good.
I watched it last year.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, when's the last time you've watched this movie without your rose-tinted glasses on? Because I watched this movie a year or two ago, and after I turned it off, I was like, what? What did I just watch? First of all, it's extremely short. It's a really short movie.
Who cares?
With no actual climax and no
Yes, there is. What
resolve.
the fuck are you talking about?
No. Listen.
No.
Listen. I have.
No.
Look, it's a beautiful movie. Like all the colors of the wind,
No.
whatever. It's
That's
beautiful
crazy.
visually. But there's a point where like the army's approaching and Pocahontas is just like, no war, and they're like, well, okay, I guess we're going back to England.
Yeah, she's literally sacrificing
BS,
herself.
BS. They would have shot her in a second.
That's
Like,
literally
yeah,
that's what they
that's the
tried
power
to
of
do.
love.
That's literally what that boy tried to do. And then
Coquium.
so mad.
No, you're good.
He literally like jumps in the way, and that's how he dies. They literally did try to shoot her.
Yeah,
Right, but then
it's-
they didn't just like get back on their ship and we're like everybody's all like hunky dory and like everything's cool and then leave. The movie doesn't have a great ending. There's not a real good plot in it.
What are you talking about?
I think this is an F tier movie. I'm sorry,
What the hell
Pocahontas
is
fans.
wrong with you?
Larissa, I'm with you.
No.
I think they need to. I think they need to remake a indigenous person style
agree.
movie
I
with
do.
with a better adaptation. Who's not Pocahontas, with a 15-year-old girl going off and marrying like this like 30-year-old dude from Britain.
Go ahead.
It's go back and watch it again.
Okay,
like really look at the
don't-
story.
I did.
It's not good.
I don't agree with you. And if we're, I understand the historical context is not great, so get rid of that. I do
I
really
don't
like
think
the heart and soul of the movie is being like, hey, respect the way of this culture and this indigenous way and this new way of thinking, and it's a love story and it's a way to show like, hey, Western isn't bad, and I love that for like showing that sort of like beginning of like colonism and the bad side effects for like kids. Like it's so beautiful and ingenious, and I don't agree with you.
What was
I can't let this be an S tier movie.
I'm saying S tier. Because I thought it was really cool because oh my god, I'm trying to think. Oh god, now I've just lost it all. Oh, so I don't think that it was supposed to be in like a super like this is supposed to be a historically correct movie. It was just like to kind of have kids be more aware. Because at the end of the day, it's a kid's movie. Like, to be aware that this was a kind of a person and just have a little bit of it, you know?
Right.
The historical inaccuracy is not what I'm upset about. It's just the movie in general.
It's so good. Oh my god, all the songs are
54%
bangers.
on Rotten Tomatoes. 54% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes says.
Yeah, same.
Savages is like
That's a crazy
S-tier
song. Oh,
for
yeah.
me. It is so deep. Like, I feel that in my heart, and I want to be like, yeah, fuck you, Englishmen. Like, come on. I'm on the side of Pocahontas here. Okay,
I think they tried. I think they really tried, and I thought that it was really cool that they attempted to use. I had to look it up. Powhatan words, like the native
The Powhatans.
Yeah, the native language. Like, they tried to incorporate that and show it as a cultural thing. I don't know. I'm heated. This is a heated one.
No. I think you guys also. I'm reading about it real quick. Sorry, this is a heated one.
This is a heated one.
You guys said that the reason the conflict ended was because Kokuum like stepped in and got shot. Right?
Yes.
That's what you're saying. That's not how it happened.
That's
No.
No, we weren't saying that.
He was shot and killed, which caused the war to like start.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, by the redhead guy, and I feel so bad for him because that's also another thing about like toxic masculinity, being like, hey, he would have been fine, but someone told him, hey, be a real man, go out there and shoot something.
Literally, the leader of the Brits, like the governor.
Yeah.
So
and I feel so bad for him, and it makes me so sad. And
here's how this movie ends, though. Just as Powhatan is about to execute John and start the war, Pocahontas steps in and says, no, please don't do that. And then everyone's like, sure, why not?
It's the power of love.
Bro,
oh my
she
goodness.
literally was about to get struck by her own father. Like, she dove in front of his staff with a rock on it. Like, she was willing to die right then and there with him. But he hesitated at the last second. Like, it was very powerful.
I know you don't like it, and
where
fine.
are we putting
We have
this?
to move on. It needs to be at least a B for me, at least.
Same.
I'm at F, so whatever you guys want.
B. Okay, going B. We could settle Pocahontas. I mean, wow, that was a long tangent. That's our longest heated.
I know. Also, don't forget the raccoon mascot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to remember him.
All right.
Wow.
So that got heated very fast, everybody. That did. Very controversial. I think we have a lot more movies to go. We've kind of hit our time. I think we should kind of settle down for next time. Because I think next episode we can finish this tier list.
Yeah, part 2.
We can do
I
a
like
part
that.
2, episode part 2. So then, retention. Just kidding. You have to see then where are we going to rank the rest of the Disney movies as we move on our way up from, we left at 1995, so we can do 95 all the way up to the most recent released Disney movies.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
I think that's solid. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, cool. So as a quick little just wrap up, S tiers we have is Aladdin, The Lion King, and a Goofy movie. A tier, 101 Dalmatians, Robin Hood, The Fox and the Hound, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. B is Snow White, Cinderella, Peter Pan, Sleeping Beauty, Sword in the Stone, Jungle Book, The Great Mouse Detective, and Pocahontas.
Boo.
C is Fantasia, Pinocchio, Bambi, Alice in Wonderland, The Brave Little Toaster. D, Lady and the Tramp, The Aristocats, which I'm bummed about, The Rescuers. F is Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Poor Dumbo.
Poor Dumbo. So,
Get wrecked.
those are what we have right now. So you can look forward to next Thursday when we will finish this in part 2. Ooh! Two-parter for once.
Our first one.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Please let us know what you think of our first kind of list here. I know it's very controversial, but you can follow us and tell us on our social media. We are at Shifting Tones Pod anywhere on social media. You can also just at us individually if you're like, hey, I agree with this individual person or whatnot, or if you disagree. I am at Spiffy Steffi. Larissa is at larissa.schaefer, and Sam is at Sir Captain Sam. So check us out. Give us a rating. How do you think we did with our podcast and how we did this episode? Anyway, I'm so giggly now because I'm like high energy after that debate. But
yeah, Pocahontas deserves justice.
So I'm excited to see how this will continue next week, and you guys should be as well. So thank you guys for listening. We will continue this next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.